You're not taking yourself seriously, and I'm here to give you the reality check that you need, but also take you through my own journey and explain to you why you're not alone and also why this is happening, giving you a clear explanation as well as a proper analogy so you can really understand what I mean when I say that you're not taking yourself seriously. So, take you back a couple of years ago, I was kind of stuck. I was a broke kid living with my parents at my parents' place. I was working a regular sales job, wasn't really making a lot of money, slaving away a bunch of hours, but I was always wanting something more. I knew I could do this, I knew I could do that. So I was kind of telling myself that I was going to run the business or whatnot, right? And I was trying to build this thing. I was watching all these YouTube videos. I was really trying to understand how all these ads was working. I was really a big fan of Luke Belmar at the time. So I was kind of trying to run up some e-commerce store and all of this stuff, right? So I was learning and I was telling myself I was doing this seriously. Later on, I started making the logo, getting the products in, domain and everything. Like I was genuinely trying to, I guess, run a business. At least I told myself I was taking it seriously, but deep down, I wasn't really doing that. And I'll be real, like that's kind of hard to say even on camera, just like trying to do all of this stuff, but knowing deep down that you're actually not taking it as seriously as you should. It kind of hurts to say out loud, but it is the truth, right? And I'm here to admit it as well. Now, there was a point in the reality check that I really had back in that time a couple of years ago. Something really clicked and I realized this and I kind of had this shift for myself. I'm going to take you guys through the story and the journey of exactly what happened because I remember it as clear as it literally was yesterday, even though it was several years ago. So this is what happened. I was kind of acting like I was working, pretty much just procrastinating like any other time, right? But essentially, I was trying to run this e-commerce store, doing all that stuff. And then I just, in the heat of the moment, whenever I was just procrastinating, so I ended up just scrolling on my phone. And then I remember I was scrolling on Instagram just randomly, deep down the rabbit hole. And then eventually I stumbled upon a video that had gone pretty viral of a dude that probably none of you have no idea who he is, but his name is Marcus. Uh, he's from Norway. And I was watching this kid like back in 2016 when he was also doing e-commerce. So he was trying to sell some hoverboard or some BS like that. And I remember seeing those videos and I was cringing and finding it funny and whatnot. And then later, a couple years ago, back in when 2023, whatever, I saw a video of him and I was like, holy shit, this guy now has an e-commerce brand that's doing millions and millions a month in revenue. And I'm just sitting here acting like I'm taking shit seriously, but I'm really not, right? So when I saw that video and I had this reality check of this dude who is no smarter than me, has just consistently, seriously put in work in what he knew he had to do, even though it looked cringe or whatnot back then, he just took it seriously while I did, right? So that's really when this whole mindset shift for me happened. And I was like, damn, I'm not taking myself serious enough, right? It kind of hits home. So as soon as I realized this, I was like, fuck, I need to get my shit together. And ever since, I've taken myself super seriously. And obviously, we all have times where we kind of lack and we don't do it as well as we should. But you can always reframe back to this if you have a situation or a story where you kind of realize this just like I did, right? So, my core message to you is essentially this, that when I say you're not taking yourself seriously, it's because you probably want this. You probably want to hit 10K a month. You say you want to win. You say you want to have a business. You say all this shit. But, and however, your actions aren't correlating to what you say you want. So how can you say you want to hit 10K a month, but you don't even fucking have a plan on how to get there? right? It's like, just like me, I was said I wanted to do e-commerce and I was making a logo, making a brand and doing all this shit. But dude, let's be real, none of that stuff matters. What matters is the sales and what actions I took to actually get there. Fuck, bro. I was like trying to run ads, have no idea. Like I was just willing to try, but I never really tried. Like I never really tried seriously, right? And you're probably in that position as well. Your actions don't correlate. So when you really zoom out of everything, you kind of realize that you're doing all these nonsense tasks that don't really mean shit because you're just acting like you're being productive while you really just are fucking wasting your way time, not taking yourself seriously, right? So where's the urgency? Where's the accountability? Where is like the actual actionable steps that are going to move the needle? And that's what taking yourself seriously is, right? It's not that you're not, I guess, taking yourself seriously enough, but you're not taking the tasks or you're not doing the actionable steps and the tasks you need to be a serious guy that achieves serious goals, right? I don't want to like fucking trash you or anything, but that's the reality of the situation, right? So when you're signaling that you're not taking yourself seriously, you're signaling this to everybody else. If you are not taking yourself seriously, nobody else is going to take you seriously either. Like that's literally what you're portraying out to the world. Excuse me. So to give you a proper quote unquote analogy of what I mean, you probably have this friend or everybody has this one person that they know in life who just keep saying that they were going to start a business. They're thinking about this, they're thinking about that, they're going to do this. And then a year passes, 2 years, and nothing changes, right? I personally have a friend of mine, which I kind of had to cut ties with, I'll be real, because he kept saying that he was going to do shit, but never did. So I can't trust that person because he never does anything he says he's supposed to do. Right? He kept saying how he was going to work out. He kept saying how I was going to start this. He kept saying I was going to do that. But then, dude, 3 years passed and he hadn't done shit. So at that point, you're kind of saying, okay, but dude, what's even going on at this point? Like that individual isn't even trustworthy. So why, if you can't take yourself seriously, you can't trust yourself, how the fuck is anybody else supposed to trust you, right? It's kind of crazy how it works, but that's really the whole situation here. So we all have this friend. He says he's going to do this, he says he's going to do that, but he never does, right? That's essentially the same exact thing. So the crazy part here is that friend that you're thinking about, that friend is probably you in this situation, which might sound a little bit crazy, but it's the truth. We all have this friend, and then you flip the Uno reverse and you realize, holy shit, and that friend that I'm thinking about who never does shit, that is actually me. When it comes to business, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to women, when it comes to whatever in life, right? That's what I want to portray to you guys and make you realize, because at some point you have to change this. Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck, right? You're going to stay stuck until you change something, because nothing changes until something changes. I say that shit on my sales calls and to everybody all the time because it's really is the truth. You are the only one that's holding yourself back, right? So let me walk you through this. What does it actually mean to take yourself seriously? Just to let the trashing for a second and actually give you some real valuable feedback on what you can do moving forward. To take yourself seriously doesn't necessarily mean that you have to hustle for 12 hours a day or accept this fucking grinding season. Winter arc is around the corner, all this BS, right? Like that's not what it's about. It's about staying true to your word and also setting boundaries. When I say this, I genuinely mean staying true to your word, because when you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. Otherwise, you're not trusting yourself and you're not taking yourself seriously. I'll give you a great example. Yesterday, I told myself because I'm running a marathon this Sunday. So I need to run a little bit before that. And I told myself, yesterday was Tuesday. I told myself this Tuesday, I will run. And then I fucking postponed that shit all day. And I was this close to not running because eventually it was like 9 p.m. And I usually never run this late. Like if I don't go to the gym by like noon, I'm not fucking hitting the gym, right? So I told myself the whole day I was gonna run, but it was raining like crazy, so I had to run on a treadmill and everything was just coming in the way. But then I was like, dude, I have to do this run because I told myself I was gonna do it. There is no way I'm not doing it, right? There's no way I at least not trying. At least I need to try. So eventually, like fucking 9:15 p.m., whatever, I went to the gym and I fucking stepped on the treadmill and did a run just because I said I was going to, right? And I don't mean you need to kill yourself doing shit that you say you're going to do that's impossible or whatever, but if you tell yourself something, you set a boundary and you're like, if I say I'm going to do this, I have to do it no matter what. Like, this is a boundary that I set, and this is because I am taking myself seriously. You only have yourself in life for the rest of your life. So at least take yourself seriously and take your life seriously so you can change and move where you actually want to go to, right? So no hustle, no discipline, none of that. Just take yourself seriously. If you say you're going to do something, you have to do it, right? Also, no half-assing. If you're say you're going to do something, you go and do it. Don't just fucking half-ass it. Just to like, yeah, I said I did it. No, like, you know, with your conscience that is just halfway doing shit. That is not taking yourself seriously. Taking yourself seriously is doing what you say you're going to do and doing it properly, not half-assing it. You have to show up every day. Do yourself a favor. Love yourself, bro. Just like actually do what you say you're supposed to do, and you'll see how results are going to change so quickly. It's crazy to me because when you say you're going to do something and you actually go and do it, you build up this momentum and you just keep doing harder and harder tasks. And eventually you'll see how easy it is to get results just because you did something you said you were going to do instead of saying you were going to do something, but then never doing. The real reason why people aren't successful, dude, is not because they don't try. It's because they don't do the shit they know they need to do. Fucking crazy, bro. But anyway, that's the real shit. That's the real shit. So people aren't going to take you seriously until you take yourself seriously. Start doing what you need to do. Hope this helps. My Instagram is down below. If you want to send me a message, I'm happy to help with whatever. Other than that, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.